Why in the world would people talk about electronics when they're going to the backcountry? But it's something that everybody takes with them these days, and they're really important. Let's talk about them. So before the development of modern electronics, people typically went into the backcountry with basically just a compass and a map and used that to navigate. You had a watch too, I guess. Nowadays, there's a lot more that's available, and things are a whole lot easier. It's easier to navigate, it's easier to communicate. I guess the biggest change is that people now walk into the backcountry with a smartphone. These phones are great because they have apps that will do almost anything. Perhaps the most important is what's now called the Far Out app. On this app, you can use your GPS navigation on your phone to find out where you are, and it gives you all sorts of information and details about the Appalachian Trail or whatever trail you're on using the app. The app is not free, you have to pay for it. The map of the entire Appalachian Trail currently sells for about $60. I purchased this 8 years ago when I started section hiking the trail, and I'm still using those maps that I bought 8 years ago. So I think the investment was very well worthwhile. So the core of all my electronics is my smartphone. This is what I'm currently using. This is my iPhone 12 mini. I really like this phone because it's a little smaller and lighter, but still maintains a lot of the functionality. The only thing the new iPhone 14 does that this phone does not is the iPhone 14 allows you to use satellite communications for your SOS signal. Instead, I carry a inReach Mini, which I'll show you in just a second. So for satellite communications, this is what I use. This is the Garmin Mini inReach. The Garmin Mini inReach is really quite a neat little device. It lets you send text messages via satellite, so you can keep track of people at home and other hikers if you want. The device will also track and log your position so people at home can follow where you are. The Mini inReach works fairly well. It takes a minute or two for messages to be sent and to be received. It also requires an annual subscription. I currently use the annual subscription, which is a little bit over $30, and then every time I go hiking, I have to activate the phone. So I'll be activating my phone in just a day or two to get ready for my upcoming hike. So for light, I use this Nightcore headlamp right here. This thing is rechargeable. It's really super lightweight. It works really great. Let me put it on and I'll show you. So here's the headlamp on. I actually did a hike up Thunderhead Mountain in Smoky Mountain National Park last year using this headlamp. It worked really, really well. In addition to the white light, which has 3 different settings. It's got a low, medium, high, and it actually got a turbo that will burn your battery out really quick, so I never used that. But in addition to those, it's got a red light, and that has multiple settings as well. There we go. So yeah, I found this headlamp works really well. The charge lasts a good time. I mean, I had no problems hiking for several hours at night with this headlamp on the medium setting. So in the past, I've had a pair of lightweight headphones and an MP3 player to listen to music when I hike. For this hike, I decided to do something a little different. The problem with using the headphones is with them in place, I don't hear anything going on around me. And very often someone will sneak up behind me and pass me and scare the living bejesus out of me. So I decided I should get something that I can hear with. And I picked up these right here. These are a set of bone conducting earphones. They slide on over your head and don't cover your ears, as you can see here. They go right in front and behind the ear. And the vibrations from the sound travel through the bone to your inner ear so you can hear. This way you can still hear things going on around you and no one will sneak up on you. This headphone syncs with my phone, so I can listen to music from my phone, and there also plays music loaded onto the headphones directly so if I don't want to use my phone. So I bring a couple accessories to help me film with and you take pictures with my iPhone while I'm hiking. The first thing is I bring a really small, lightweight tripod. This is my tripod right here. It's called an Ultrapod. It's got a Velcro strap that goes around it, and it opens up like this. So you can sit it on a rock or anything like that to hold your phone. Or alternatively, if you keep it folded up, you can use the Velcro to strap it to a tree or a branch or anything like that. The other thing I bring is a stick pick. This is my stick pick right here. The stick pick is this neat little device that goes on the end of your trekking pole so you can use your trekking pole as a selfie stick. Okay, so the last thing you need to tie all this together is you need some kind of way to charge your phone and your devices. Solar panels just don't work on the Appalachian Trail. There's not enough sunlight. So what you really have to do is bring a backup battery. This is what I have right here. I have it in a little case that I made, and when I open it up, I can take out the battery. Here it is right here. This is my 15,000 milliamp hour backup battery. This backup battery has worked really well for me. It'll charge my iPhone multiple times. Along with that, you need a charging cube. And this charging cube right here, I bought off of Amazon. It's really nice because it has both a USB-C and a regular USB port to charge from. And it's got a really fast charging capacity. You're not going to be sitting there waiting for your battery to charge for hours and hours using this cube. It will charge relatively quickly. I take a couple cables with me. I take a regular USB-C cable. I got a little shorty here. This is what I use to charge my battery bank with. And then in addition to that, I have a three-way cable here, which has a micro USB attachment, a lightning attachment, and a USB-C attachment. With all these different electronics, all needing different kinds of charging cables, this little cable works really, really well for me. There are a couple other things that are worth mentioning. First of all, this right here is my Casio Pro Trek watch. I really love this watch for backpacking. It's got a lot of really neat features. In addition to automatically resetting the time every day via radio signal to Fort Collins, Colorado, it has a compass, a barometer, an altimeter, and it keeps track of sunset and sunrise times. So when I'm hiking, that's really, really worthwhile. The final thing is that I still have not given up carrying a compass with me. This is a really small little Silva compass that I carry. I just attach this to my backpack. I really don't use it, but having this analog backup, if all else fails, will help get me out of the backcountry if I'm in trouble. So that's it. That's what I'm going to carry with me into the backcountry. It'll be really interesting this time. I've never tried to film as much as I'm planning on doing this time. It's going to require a lot of time and effort and dedication. More than anything, I think, though, what I've come to realize in the last few weeks while I've been doing all these videos is the real reason to do this is to document things for myself, to create memories, for there to be a way for me to look back at my hike and remember what it was like. Anyway, I'll be out there really, really soon, and I hope to see you there.